thing. You want your mate to see you. You want your work to be recognized as something truthful and good. And people want to be seen. You want to feel that you matter and that you count. And when you're constantly being told no, 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 and that your work isn't speaking to anyone or nothing you're doing is making a difference to anyone and you're not being chosen, it's hard to not personalize that. It's very hard to continue to strive. I had a good friend once tell me, don't ever confuse your self-worth with your ability to get a job, not get a job, or like how much money you're being paid, or, your self-worth, your value, is not being dictated to you by whether or not I get an acting job or don't get an acting job. It doesn't make me less valuable as a person. It doesn't mean that I'm not talented. I have been in this situation now where at least a handful of times where someone has come in and been so incredibly fantastic, but not right for the part. And I never used to believe that, because I always thought, well, if that, you'd get feedback. Every once in a while, we'd get feedback like, you were the best person they saw today, but they're not going to go with you. They're going to go with blah. And I'm like, I don't know how to reconcile that of doing the best work of the day but not getting the job. I thought, so it's not a meritocracy. You learn that very quickly, It's a business. It's really a business. And the most talented people don't always get to do the things that they should get to do.
Right.
So I think if there's a way you can learn that I'm still the same actress I was when I wasn't getting hired. Had nothing ever happened for me the way it's happened for me, wouldn't mean that I weren't of value and that I didn't have something to contribute artistically. Even if I had to do it in my basement or make my, movie on my iPhone or, I don't know what. I think that's the trapping of all of this stuff in terms of the success or lack thereof is you end up feeling like when you're successful, you're like, oh yeah, I deserve this. People get into sort of assholey behavior, or they think they're getting these jobs just because they're good or just because of these things. And sometimes that is true, but other times there's a lot of other things that go into it.
As humans, we do not have an accurate system.
Boom. How you doing? I'm Cory Hunter, and this is another episode of Tips from Directors. However, in this clip, we are watching Sarah Paulson. As far as I'm concerned, she's an actress. But we can still take wisdom from her words. And pretty much what she's speaking about is self-worth. What she's saying is sometimes she can walk into a casting room, give the best performance, which she know because they tell her, yeah, you was the best performance today, and not get the job. What do that even means, right? And another example she said is, do not confuse your self-worth with the jobs you can pull. Sometimes we get defeated because we're not getting the attention we feel like we need or deserve, right? Sometimes we feel like, look, man, I'm here and I'm putting in work and it's not working out. Like, what's going on? Like, this is supposed to be cool. And to that, what I say is, it's a business. And, life isn't just, as simple as black and white. It's a lot of things and a lot of factors that goes into success. For some people, the stars just line up. And then for others, they got to put a little bit more work into it. And when I say they have to put a little bit more work into it, that doesn't necessarily mean, oh yeah, this person is better than this person, or that their talent outshines this person's talent. This person's talent can be way better than this person's talent, but the opportunities was there for this person, so therefore this person has to grind more. It could be a number of things, we got to judge every situation for itself, right? And we just can't be coming up with these crazy assumptions, right? It is what it is. The bottom line is, if we are this person rather than this person, we have to remember that, we have self-worth. We can't be getting beaten down by obstacles and what other people perceive to be failures, right? Because sometimes what other people tell you is failure is really just you growing, right? So we got to take L's before we get W's, right? We that's how we become stronger, faster, and better. We got to maintain that self-worth. We have to develop that thick skin. Otherwise, we're not going to make it, right? But they say if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. You have to stand for something. And it all starts here. Otherwise, you're just going to be lost out here in this world. And it's not just in Hollywood. It's not just in film. That's just a life, principle. That's something we can all learn from, right? And see a lot of YouTubers and creators and would-be content creators get defeated because, they put in all this work and money and time and effort into one video, and they throw it up and they're like, this is the one that's going to go viral. And it doesn't. Because, anybody that know the game knows that it's not just quality. It's a bunch of factors that goes into YouTube popping. So they do all this work and they're like, nah, because I'm a burst through, because the light is always gonna shine through, especially if it's strong enough. And that's just not the case, man. You can have the best video in the world, nobody know it exists, so nobody's watching it. That's just what it is. You feel me? And that principle, that lesson is similar to a lot of other lessons in life, right? Like, it's a lot of factors that goes into things, and we just have to learn that. Sometimes, not every time, it's personal. That's why we got to maintain our self-worth, and we can't look at every decision being, a master plan from our enemies trying to take us down. The haters, they out here. They don't want us to win. It ain't always that, man. Sometimes they're not paying you no mind. And sometimes they see you, but they don't have anything for you. Like, what you want them to do, right? So, yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it at. Don't take things too personal, all right? And, just because you're not selected don't mean you're not valuable. You know what I'm saying? I know I sound like a Hallmark card, but it's a fact. It's truth. And we got to remember that. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, until next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check me out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Leave a comment so that we can get a discussion going. Check out the Patreon, check out the Turtle School. That's there for you. Tools to help you learn and write and create stories. Thank you, and I appreciate you.